We're going to go over a rotational full body. We're going to go over a full body rotational drill. The purpose of this exercise is to make sure that we're committing our full body on top of one leg as we rotate through the ankle, knee, hip, into the pelvis, rib cage, all the way into the neck and the spine and the skull. So the key idea here, I'm going to start with my right side. Now, many times when people do rotational drills, they tend to lean away, and that's not what we want here. So the first thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to place my opposite leg onto its toe so I'm not placing any weight. The next thing I like to do is make sure I'm standing upright. And the way I'm going to do that is place one hand on my chest and one hand on my bum, not squeezing my bum. I'm just going to assist myself a little bit upright, so that's going to place more weight in my right heel. Now I'm going to turn over my right leg, staying with my chest over this leg, so not deviating away. So as I turn, I maintain an upright spine. I think about my zipper turning into my right leg. And I'm going to turn, I'm going to hit my end range of my hip. Now I could start my ribs, and I'm going to lift my chest bone up, and the whole spine extends. Now my left shoulder will be slightly higher than my right as I turn. Now I'm feeling some work through my ankle because I've really cranked torque into the system in a nice way. Again, one mistake here is that people tend to turn and send their butt back. That's why my hand is here on my hip to guide me to stay upright. My chest stays upright. I reach the end range. I feel even some shoulder blade muscles working on my right side. And then I turn to look over, and even here, I'm lifting to look over. Again, I want to make sure I'm over my right side. So we'll do that a couple times together. I'm going to turn with my hands in my pelvis. I'm staying upright. I'm finding my outer ankle, so my pinky toe knuckle is heavy, my outer heel is heavy. I'm not pushing back, and I don't lose contact with my big toe knuckle. I turn, and I stay nice and upright. My right shoulder blade pulls back. I can even take my hand and open that up. I will take this right side down a bit, but again, I need to stay over the side. I feel some work through my bum, some groin, and I look over. So when I look, it allows for me to get even more range of motion. Now I'm going to drive. Now instead of starting at the bottom, I'm going to start at the top. I could think about taking my head and turning my nose over. Again, most important thing is I stay over here. So I could keep this leg down as long as I'm over the side. But if it helps to make sure you're over here, you can do that as well. So I'm going to look over my shoulder, allow my rib cage to move so nothing is blocked from moving. And I'm going to keep lifting my torso, gaining length through my whole spine. I'm getting some stretch through my left side of my neck. And my eyes are looking to the right. I can even add in a reach. We'll get a little bit more, but don't. If you can't stay over your right side, your right outer heel should be weighted. And come back. So that felt really nice. Now it's going to do on the other side. So I'm going to turn through my zipper. My hand will start here. I feel my heel heavy. Again, I'm not back here, but I'm just upright, chest and zipper turn over the left side now. Keep my chest up. I'm getting a little sternum cracks. It needs it. Looking over. I'm lifting my ear up and over. And again, I'm making sure I'm over the left side. The last thing I want to do is pop my butt back. So this shouldn't feel uncomfortable at all on your knee. You might feel new sensations in your groin or your outer bum as things lengthen. Don't squeeze your butt. Let your butt relax here. Looking over. Length, length, length. I feel some of my left shoulder blade muscles working as my left shoulder pulls back. This right shoulder is allowed to come forward, and I lift up, looking over, and I'm going to maximize the range of motion. Let's do one more together. I'm going to make sure that I'm turning my zipper. Key thing is that I'm staying on top of this leg. So you'll notice how my chest isn't starting in the middle of my spine. It's starting first over as I turn over. My knee turns out, my ankle bone turns outwards, my zipper turns, I stay lifted, looking over, Nice stretch. Guide it more. And I come back. So work about 3 or 4 repetitions per side, exploring that slowness of feeling that whole rotation feed through the system. Give it a shot, and that's how you work your body from the ground up.